Hello everyone. Welcome to another live analysis. So today we're gonna focus on the Fed, on Mr. Powell, on the expected rate cut today. Hopefully, we won't have any surprises with a really big rate cut because what is expected and what has been priced in already is a 25 points rate cut. So very interesting day ahead, of course, especially after such an empty calendar lately, right? The shutdown, the government shutdown delayed nearly all economic data. So it was a pretty empty economic data. That's why it was all about market sentiment, all about fear, tension due to the politics, rather than an influence from economic data from US lately. So FOMC, before we start, I'm gonna obviously go through what happened so far today and what is expected for tonight. Basically, we have plenty of time until the FOMC. So this live is about mostly to get prepared, basically, for tonight's session. So just to confirm that everyone joined, just to be in line. Okay, perfect. As usual, please don't hesitate to send a comment, ask anything you want below the Twitter or YouTube live. You can comment as usual. You can ask me anything you want. You can request for a specific asset that you want me to analyze from a technical and fundamental perspective. So don't hesitate to contact, guys. It would be really nice to have some interaction and conversation. So I think this helps everyone, even myself. So okay, so what we have seen so far today, to be more precise, okay, just how the stock market performs, gold, how the commodity, the stock market, the currency market, etc. So what we have seen so far today, okay, just prior the US Open. So basically, we have, like it was the whole week, we have seen stock market in general on the upside this morning. You know, it's earnings season. We have a lot of optimistic forecasts regarding the tech giants. And of course, we have Federal Reserve with the market betting on a rate cut. Hello, predictions for gold FOMC predictions. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen as well. Perfect. Where's my screen? Here we go. And let's have it. This is gold, but it's a 5-minute chart. So let me just over here. Perfect. Okay. So gold sell was the FOMC prediction on gold. I'm sorry to hear that you're struggling to withdraw your money. Cautious. Have you contacted our support team? We have a very big team ready to help you. Please send that message. Hello, what time frame should we look for? We're gonna, as usual, okay, my approach, you can let me know if you want a specific time frame, but what I'm usually doing, checking the overall trend, so daily, and then I'm going down to 1 hour and even 30 minutes chart for scalping scalpers, sorry. So if there is a time frame, a precise time frame that you want me to cover, please feel free to stick it in the question box. Okay, so now in regards to gold, I'm not gonna say buy or sell, guys. I'm not allowed to from the regulator, okay? But I will try to analyze what I see okay? And you can take your own decision, because anyway, I don't know what's your risk tolerance, risk and reward ratio, what kind of account you have, what kind of a time frame you're trading, what's your strategy. So I don't know all of these parameters, and I cannot advise whether you can buy or sell, because if it's a buy, bullish market in the overall, but you're a scalper, that's not in line, right? So let's do some gold analysis, as you have already know, right? As you already know, I guess you should at least. We are in a correction mode since last week for gold, so it was overbought. It was something that was expected eventually. Okay, from my analysis so far, it's just a correction. It's not a reversal confirmation for this long-term trend. So a reversal sign, a confirmation for a reversal sign, based on my analysis, will have been, sorry, let me just do the, will have been a move below the 38K, 3800, sorry, or even 3700s. But okay, that's we have a lot of we are far away from that level. Okay, so you can use your indicator. So I have put this line on the 38.45 because it was the 50% moving average from the latest upleg that we got since summer, since August. Okay, so for the time being, it is in a correction mode due to the overbought conditions, and also fundamentals also lead to this cash out of gold and into gold, so into stocks. Sorry, stocks appreciated, as you already know. So, so what was I was about to say? Sorry, I lost my. Okay, so currently, because today is FOMC, right? Currently, we are trading around 39.70. Okay, so it's correction indeed. We have a shift in the sentiment, decreasing bullish bias in gold overall. So we need to keep an eye for a breakout on the downside. Okay, we need to keep an eye. There is nothing confirmed yet. Now, I'm going to jump into the 1 hour chart, okay, just to see where we're standing so far today. So there was a rebound, a retest of 40 hundreds territory, round number, key psychological level. But it's 4,000 territory. I mean, that says everything. It's a very, very important round number, 000 number. It was a record high like few weeks ago. So very important level. So we've seen that it has recovered, rebounded basically since yesterday. Okay, and currently it's like hovering around that territory, as you can see, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in a row. So what is expected today? Today is expected that we're gonna see 25 points rate cut. Okay, this has already priced in. And because, because of the US shutdown, we didn't have a lot of economic data out. Actually, we didn't have any. Okay, so only was PCE, if I'm not mistaken. So we had a limited economic data, something that it does not help really the policymakers, the Fed members. So because they're using economic data to evaluate the risks that the economic risk that the U.S. government could or should, the U.S. economy might face due to the U.S. government shutdown. Okay, so limited data, expectations for a 25 points rate cut. So this is because this is something that it has already been priced in. Okay. So and including shutdown, including the weaker jobs data, the latest weaker lately that we have, that's why the 25 points have already been priced in. So now, if for some reason, I don't know, Fed comes really aggressive and cuts more than 25 points today, okay, this has as a consequence should actually should have a negative impact on dollar. Okay, so that should give further boost to gold. Theoretically, from theoretical perspective, okay, it would be surprised if and only if something like that happens. So, in general, falling interest rates tend to raise demand for gold, okay, because of the depreciation of the cash, of the value of dollar or any, based on the country's currency. So we have US in this case, so we're referring to dollar. So now, okay, we have already seen an upside. It's hovering the last few hours. There is a lot of consolidation, as you see. But if the release comes in line with expectations, then we don't expect any change in the any significant impact on gold. However, if we got any surprises, either a bigger than expected rate cut or a no change, which looks unlikely, then this is something that, as I said, a bigger than expected rate cut, or even if guys, sorry, I forgot to mention, even if they proceed with the 25 rate cuts. But Mr. Powell, in his statement, it sounded really, really dovish. So what dovish supposed to mean? He sounds like, oh, we're gonna cut. We're gonna continue cutting interest rates, or even if he hints that the next few months they're gonna continue with the easing with the easing of monetary policy, with cutting interest rates. This is something that could also boost gold, because remember that markets are always ahead of themselves. They are speculating for what's coming. So be prepared. As I usually say, rely on your strategy. Find immediate support and resistance levels and jump into the market only if you are sure that you have a strong bullish or bearish signal, okay? Such as a breakout of a significant support level, such as a breakout of a significant resistance level, okay? Or really big bullish Heikenhashi candles, for example, and so on and so forth. So, what else? Let me see the questions again, just to make sure that I have covered everything regarding gold, because you asked me about gold. So the chances today for a rate cut, by the way, it's like 98%. So it's a done deal. But the thing is, the thing is the press conference as usual, and the rate cut and the rate decision. But if in the press conference he's really shows signs of aggressive cutting, then we could see the market trading on the expectation that in November we're gonna have, I don't know, in December we're gonna have another 50 points or 75 points and so on and so forth, or for 2026. So it's also always ahead of themselves. So just rely on what you see in the charts, on your support and resistance level. 4,000 is a key immediate support level, right? Even if it's far away for you, you're a scalper or a mini trader, etc. Okay, the latest low that we have is 4,002.87. Put a line on. Okay, let me just go down to a 30-minute chart or something. Yeah, there is a lot of consolidation. I just got a negative bearish candle, but this is not it hasn't closed yet. We need another 15 minutes for this candle to close, so it might be a small body one. So if it's a small body one, a doji one, as we say, is not an indication, a strong indication for bearish market. We need a solid breakout of the immediate support level. Now, yeah, parabolics are change side, but yeah, I haven't got a nice bearish big body candle yet. These are Heiken ashes, by the way. MACD is still above 0, so it's quite positive. Stochastic points further on the downside, but the slope of the stochastic is not really sharp. So let's wait and see. That's the 15 minutes chart. Okay, just depends on your strategy, as I said earlier. If you check the 15 minutes chart, for example, if someone is trading a 15 minutes or 5 minutes chart, you can see that, yes, there was a pullback, right? Retesting the 4002 level, hasn't reached 4,000 yet. But MACD, can you see my screen, by the way? Let me just, yeah, you can. But sorry, stochastic has flattened, indicating that, does the pullback run out of steam? Is there some consolidation to be made soon? So be careful. You can just put some alerts just for you to jump into the market on an appropriate entry level or exit level, depends on your strategy. So let me see a bit the questions. So yeah, there was a nice upwards move today, about 4,000, currently consolidating in the very, very short time frame, such as 15 minutes and 30 minutes chart. We have seen a small reversal, but 4,000 still holds. And overall, we're in a correction mode as long as the 3850 territory are supported and protected by bulls. What else? So let me see the questions. Sorry. Hello, everyone. I have analyzed gold. Olupod Maurice, you ask about 15 minutes chart. Yes, there are some consecutive bearish Heiken Ashi candles. So there is the indication of further decline in the very, very short time frame. But I'm quite skeptical with the stochastics over here. So the slope is really, really narrow, indicating that it could either consolidate or just do an attempt for 4,000, like stick there until the US market opens and until we go closer to FOMC meeting. But indeed, in the 15-minute chart, we are in a pullback. Indeed, yeah. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive candles. Okay, obviously this has not closed yet. Okay, so keep an eye on the 4,000. Okay, if you have not already jumped, 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, just keep monitoring the levels that I have just stated. So, $4,000 there, 4,000, round numbers. Round numbers are key psychological levels in general, and this has been a record high one. Record high. 4,000. Okay, 14,372 was the highest level that we have seen in the history of gold. But 4,000 is a milestone, is a round number. So yeah, it's a very, very, very important level. Very important level. Okay, so what else? Let me see your question. Um, okay. I'm gonna just check cryptos as well, dear Zibuziso, as always. Okay. Just quickly, what I'm using over here is high Kanashi candles, okay, and 5, 9, and 20 exponential moving averages. Okay, this is my setup. Stochastics 533. Settings of stochastics is 533. Okay, MACD is not really for this time frame. Just ignore it. I have it for daily or 1 hour. And parabolics are in fractals, of course. It's quite busy. I mean, you don't need to have all this. It's just my own setup. I don't know, it helps me, but it might be confusing for you guys. So you need to adjust it in order to fit your personality, your in general, your trading. What does the 1 hour chart saying? We're still in a. It's what I said earlier, dear. We have seen a rally since yesterday, but it's stuck. Right now, it's sideways. The key is whether it's gonna hold above 4,000 or whether it will break it as we go closer and closer, as we move closer and closer to FOMC and in general US session. Okay, so key is the 4,000. A break, a decisive break below 4,000 could find a lot of selling orders, could trigger a lot of selling orders. So put some alerts, set some pending orders, or set some, I don't know, notification, something for you to keep monitoring where is it, whether it has broken or not the 4,000 territory, because a lot of volatility is expected for sure. Now, since I covered nearly all the questions regarding gold, if not, just let me know. And before I move to cryptos, because my dear friend Zibusiso is a crypto trader and always ask about cryptos, I would like to go back, okay, and discuss a bit more about tonight. As I said, so the government shutdown has clouded a lot the expectations, the rate decision today. There was a lack of economic data, but in general, the expectations are for the quarter rate cut, because we have seen payrolls this year like in a slower path, which is what the Fed wanted in order to proceed with easing of the monetary policy. Also, inflation, okay, it wasn't great, but we have seen a moderation in price gains since mid 2022, nearly more than 3 years actually. Remember, after the COVID and after Ukraine-Russia war, etc., we have seen a spike of inflation. It was like really high, gaining steam from the war in Ukraine. So we have seen a moderation in price gains since mid 2022. So that, along with softer labor market, okay, consumption also, some other economic data help and confirm to the Fed that you know what, we can proceed with rate cuts until we meet our target at 2%. But the markets will focus on the statement. Don't forget the statement. It's way more powerful than the actual rate cut. Okay, unless if they surprise us. But yeah, his comments and whether he will hint for a more aggressive cutting than what has already been priced in, it's very, very, very important, and this is what it could boost gold further higher and add pressure on dollar. Sorry. What else I wanted to say? I think that's for now regarding the FOMC. Anything you want, just let me know. Now, what happened so far today? So we have discussed about gold. Let's quickly jump into stocks. You haven't mentioned anything, guys. Oops. Sorry. Okay, yeah, perfect. You haven't. No one asked about stocks, and I mean, we have some remarkable moves lately. I mean, Nikkei at record highs. We have earnings season. It's a Halloween week. We have tech giants announcing their earnings. We have, I think, isn't it today? Isn't it? Wait a minute. Isn't it Microsoft? Let me double check. Where is it? Where is it? I think. Where is it? Anything, any other asset that you want me to cover, please let me know. So yeah, Microsoft, how they post their earnings? Microsoft is today. And don't forget that Nvidia actually, something that I forgot to mention, crossed $5 trillion of market cap. So Nvidia has become the very, very first company around the world that it has reached $5 trillion worth. Thank you, Dumbrun. I'm not sure whether Microsoft, Alphabet, Google, Meta. Thank you very much. Yeah. So imagine what could happen for stocks today as soon as these giants announce their earnings. And I'm gonna jump into Nasdaq, of course, a heavy tech index. You can see this is the weekly chart, and look how the weekly candle performed so far. So we are having record highs, well supported. Parabolics are below the price. Nice, smooth uptrend. Momentum based on MACD continues to be bullish. If I go down to the daily, 1, 2, 3, 4, big, massive, really big bullish candles. Parabolics are far away. Bullish signs. This is what the stock market is all about, bullish signs, I'm afraid. If I zoom into the 1 hour chart, it might be like smaller candles, smaller price moves, but I think this is crystal clear, guys. What do you think? I mean, it's crystal clear. It's on one side, one direction. I mean, there's nothing tricky about it lately. I mean, it's all about a bullish stock market, and it's the tech giants and in general the earnings that help with it today. Not only today, I mean, in general, this earnings season was pushed the stock market and US indices further on upside. Yeah, 25 points, Alan. What else? What else I wanted to say? Sorry. So Dow up, Nasdaq record highs because of Nvidia, and if Microsoft, Google, and Alphabet and Meta today continue presenting like really strong earnings that could push US indices further on the upside, especially Nasdaq, which is a um, tech-heavy index. So basically, I don't know whether you are following us on social media. We posted yesterday, was it the day before? I don't remember. A banner in which we highlighted that 60% of Nasdaq is belongs, let's say, to Magnificent Seven. So Nvidia, Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Apple, Tesla, Netflix. So, yeah, and Nvidia was well supported since yesterday because basically pre-market in pre-market when prior the market open, because Mr. Trump, I don't know whether you have seen it, but Mr. Trump stated that there is a lot of there is how is it? I don't remember how he stated it, but that that he gonna proceed, or there is a good, like they're in a good path, they are close to an agreement for easing in the curbs that have weighted so far the sales in China. So that was really positive. And more precisely, actually, he mentioned Nvidia. So Mr. Trump said he may bring up Nvidia's Blackwell AI processor in his highly anticipated meeting with the Chinese president tomorrow. Tomorrow it's meeting. So you understand that AI related stocks have been affected from this comment, especially Nvidia as a chip maker. So yeah, so that's why we've seen Nvidia at record highs, and that's what it has pushed Nasdaq. What else? Yeah, we are right now. We are live in Twitter and YouTube, my dear Gospel. Okay, in Instagram we don't really post our live streaming, but we try to do some informative videos, to put some nice informative posts. So feel free to follow us. What else? Guys, let me know what you want me to cover. We have cryptos from Zibusiso and from John Dollar Cat. So I'm gonna move to Bitcoin because Zibusiso is waiting for it. Repo and Bitcoin as usual. So overall, we are in a neutral zone right now, my dear Zibusiso. After the latest down leg, we are like in a neutral sideways movement the last 2 days. Okay, basically there is some kind of a support, immediate support, I'm gonna call it, around 11750. Okay, it looks that this rebound it was limited, it is running out of steam. So and there is a lot of conflicting signals, so so a lot of ups and downs since July. But if we see the overall the last 1, 2, 3, 4 months in a row, it's basically is ranging, I mean, sideways, struggle to extend above 125,000 territory and 105,000 territory. So overall outlook, medium and long-term outlook currently for Bitcoin is flat, sideways, consolidated, ranging market. Now, let's jump into the 1 hour chart. Okay, actually, let me just zoom out a bit, ups and downs. Okay, 1 hour chart. MACD is quite disappointing. It is negative, but is really, really close to zero. And flat. Immediate support is around, this is it basically. Let me put it over here. 1 let me just be sure. Let me just do my homework, please. Let me do my homework. I'm not gonna put it on this fractal. I'm gonna put it exactly on the latest low because it seems like a very close to round number, 112000. I'm gonna put it like that. So let me 112000. Oops, yes, perfect. So okay, that's our support level. 15 minutes chart there. Zibusiso. 15 minutes chart, okay? So the last two sessions in the 15 minutes chart, we are getting bearish Heiken-Ashi candles without any tail on the top, bearish cross of the 5 and 9 exponential moving average, and stochastic still points further on the downside. So there is some selling pressure in the very, very short time frame for the next few minutes, okay? Immediate support is at 112 territory, round number. Let me just double check that this is the lowest low that we got back. Cannot see. The open, the close, it doesn't give me the latest low. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, my dear friend, okay? Overall sideways. Intraday, and actually in the very, very short time frame, there is we've seen a pullback. And regarding resistance level, the ceiling is on today's high, obviously. Use days highs, days lows, latest swing highs, latest swing lows as your immediate support and resistance levels. They are very, very, very useful. Okay? Now, regarding repo, let me just... Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your nice words, John? Huh? Don't know. Repo. Oh, Andrea, do you have repo? Yes, you have it. Perfect. Something that I forgot to show in our did I? I'm not quite sure. The position should know. But these are old lines that I had from previous lives that we did together. And have you noticed that over here, from August to September, there was a nice triangle, which was rejected on the upside, but this move outside the triangle didn't last for long. And now we are below it. Doesn't matter for now. Ignore it, okay? I'm gonna delete it. It's just for you to know how useful a pattern could be, especially if it is noticed and at the right timing. Now, again, Rico Paul is a bit different. I mean, it's not exactly in a consolidation. I mean, we are seeing a clear decline since July, okay? But let me just like to check something. I'm gonna connect as many candles as I can. Okay, this I'm gonna get rid of this one because it will confuse you. I'm not gonna get rid of this one because it looks like It used to be, sorry, come on. It used to be a nice resistance territory for June, the whole June. And now it has been converted into a really nice support level. So very useful zone, support zone, to have it in your chart or have a note about it. Okay, now where we are now. Also, another support level is the 267.70 level, because you can see it was retested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and until it break it. Currently is flirting with it. So these two zones are our key support zone and our key resistance zone. Very, very important, because this will help us identify whether the decline will continue or whether it will return back to the triangle or even higher to 3 level, 350, and so on and so forth. So currently, this is a daily chart, I repeat, Ripple daily chart. So currently, we are seeing a bearish overall market, but if we stick into the last into October's performance, because don't forget we are near the year, the month end, so we're gonna see a lot of portfolio diversification, taking profit, etc., etc. So it's very important. By the end of Thanksgiving is on the 31st, so the market will be closed on the 31st. So a lot of sorry, a lot of positions could close from the big institutional players just to reposition themselves for the new month once the market are open. So keep an eye on this resistance and this support zone. Okay, so for the time being, is struggling to extend, to break the resistance level, the 1, 2, 3, 4 months resistance level. Momentum is still negative, but it has improved, so it's decreasing. We're seeing decreasing bearish momentum. RSI is flat, so let's wait and see. Okay, now 1 hour chart. So let me see. MACD is giving really mixed signals. Stochastic is pointing downwards. RSI is flat. I don't have a bearish cross of my fast moving average. The asset is still above Bollinger, so I don't have a confirmation for a reversal. I'm going to jump further lower to the 30-minute chart. Okay, it closed, the last 30 minutes candle closed below the midline of the Bollinger. But I'm not really convinced that we have a confirmed decline. I mean, that it will continue on the downside, because RSI once again is flat. MACD, okay, still overall positive. And I don't have a bearish cross. So for the time being, this look to be limited pullback. Yeah, I cannot see it. Zibusi. So I'm not really sure about Ripple, at least in the very, very short time frame. Yeah. An indication that will continue lower, okay, that there is further move on the downside, could be if it manage to break the 260 level, okay? But still, this move will be limited because the asset will find support at 262 and could find support at 260 at the bottom of the Bollinger. But still, very, very mixed signals. I don't really like it, to be honest. Okay, I cannot see it. If you cannot see it, better not trade it. Better wait for clarity. Now, dollar CAD for John. Dollar CAD for John. Okay, you know we've been on the downside. Dollar, actually, because of weakness on dollar mainly. But, and as you can see, these are not Heikin Ashi candles. These are proper Japanese candlesticks. So we are facing a rounding top, okay, which is a bearish pattern, okay. So, and if I consider the body of my candles, the bearish cross of 5, 9, and 20 day moving average, the decreasing bullish bias, the RSI that is pointing downwards, dollar CAD is looking that is gonna is looking is actually indicates unified bearish signals. And you can see that even my Bollinger Bands, okay, it's quite early, but even my Bollinger Bands are starting expanding and pointing on the downside. So yeah, from a technical perspective, it seems that there is further room on the downside. And the next support level, okay, other than the 50-day moving average over here, which is nearby, I'm gonna just, yeah, so we have 138.63 as well, flirting already with the 50% moving average, which coincides with the 50-day moving average, with the 50% Fibonacci level, and with this latest swing high back in August. So yeah, very important. But yeah, there is a bearish momentum in the medium term. Let's jump into the 30-minute chart just to see what's going on intraday. I mean, look at this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive hours. Candles. So that means for 2 hours in a row has been on the downside. It looks oversold indeed, but look, moving averages. Moving averages are keep pointing further on the downside. RSI the same. It hasn't really crossed below 30 zone yet, so there is further room on the downside. Sorry, MACD increases bearishly. So it seems that there is still a lot of pressure for dollar CAD in the very short term as well. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. So let me see. So check something. So already broken 100 Fibonacci extension, 161 Fibonacci extension, and the very next one for anyone that is trading in a 5 minutes, 15 minutes chart is the 261.8 Fibonacci extension, which is a round number 139. Okay, nice. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Clear. Okay. What else? I have already done this, Alan. So once I close the session, you're gonna be able to see all my analysis. But long story short, because I've been here for 50 minutes already, the rate cuts today have already been priced in. Okay, so only surprise of 50 points or a really dovish Powell, Mr. Powell, today could support further gold, add further pressure on dollar. Okay, especially if he's like it sounded like he's gonna proceed with more rate cuts. I mean, greater rate cuts than what the market has already priced in and has already has already speculated, because it's very useful, by the way, to check the Fed watch. Are you using Fed watch tool? So Fed watch tool, let me find it for you guys. Fed watch is something that we have shown several times in the past. Where's share screen? No, replace screen with a window. This one. Can you see? So here, this website, the CME Group, basically.com, has a Fed watch. So this is what is expected for. This is way too zoom in, right? Oh, I think it's better. So for October today, 98%, okay, that we're gonna see a 25 points rate cut. For December, sorry, wait a minute, come on. For December, we have 87% chance for another 25 points. And for the time being, just 12% chance for holding the rates unchanged. This could change, right? This could change. So we monitor these probabilities to keep an eye on the market sentiment and what is expected from all the market participants, for anyone that is a part of markets, basically, either a trader, investor, market maker, hedge fund, etc., etc. Now I'm going to change back to my window, to my charts. Yeah, so really dovish statement today could boost gold, could pressure dollar. I'm running out of steam. And regarding previous data, basically the tricky thing this time was the US shutdown. So we had limited, really limited economic data. So the Fed pretty much has relied on all the on the softer labor market data that we have seen so far, on the consumption, and the moderated inflation path that we have seen. So there was a lack and limited, as I said, data, something that it didn't make their lives easier. So yeah, yeah, for basically relying on moderated inflation, risk management purposes as well. I mean, because we still have a lot of uncertainties from trade perspective, government perspective, softer labor data. So all this basically contributed to the 25 points rate cut today. Up. Dollar cut has just touched, actually extended the decline, just a breath above 139 level. Okay. Obviously, it's the fact that US market has opened, or is nearly actually a few minutes before the market opened. Okay. Yeah. But what's given us about the rate cut comparing previous data? Yeah. So basically, this is it. Basically, attention on the press conference. We're expecting to highlight further extra cautiousness on the outlook. He could also suggest that the door is open for rates to reduce in December as a risk management against the weakening labor market. So yeah, so far he has not really pushed back against the market's pricing for further rate cuts. So that is the case that we are expecting today as well. What's the Fed Watch 2? Basically, it shows us what the markets speculate for the next FOMC meeting, Fed rate decision. So it's the odds. Well, the market in general speculates. So currently, there is 87% chance for another rate cut in December. There is, where is my Fed watch? I had it over here. There is 50% chance for another 25 points in January, and goes on and goes forth. Okay, dollar cuts continue on the downside. By the way, I would like to share, before I call it a date, that's the final call for questions, okay? Anyone that has joined really late, don't worry, the live will remain on the YouTube channel, so drag and drop your cursor and start from the beginning, which I have analyzed in detail what is expected today. Summary: stocks in record highs, bullish, well supported by tech giants, Nvidia. Keep an eye on Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta because they are reporting their earnings. If they have not done it already, I need to check. But they are today. Gold is sideways the last hour, so keep an eye on 4,000 level. Dollar under pressure. Bitcoin neutral in general. And something that I would like to share before I call it the date. It will be the future, what we have seen so far today. This window, can you see? Yeah, Finvis, very useful. This is, guys, the performance today. Oops, performance, come on. Okay, 1 day performance so far. Silver, well supported. Palladium, well supported. A rally in silver, a rally in palladium, a rally in platinum. Gold as well. Nikkei, oil, Brent more precisely, and US oil, but Brent's higher. Nasdaq 100, while the biggest losers so far today has been, okay, gas, Bitcoin, okay, coffee, pound and Swiss franc. So it's quite nice, give you a nice indication. I mean, it's quite nice. It's really useful. I mean, inside future Forex. I'm gonna click on Forex. So far today, I'm gonna put the daily chart. Swiss and pound have been the weakest currencies of all. Canadian dollar, as we said earlier, and as we showed earlier, one of the gainers against US dollar, because we have seen dollar cut, so moves on the downside. That means stronger Canadian dollar against the US dollar. Yeah, gold green, oil green, dollar Swiss green, and we have cable red, dollar again red, Bitcoin as well. So yeah, very useful, very useful. Here we go. Yeah, metals have been once again, they performed quite good today, all of them, with the biggest gainer to be silver and palladium. Palladium, yeah, that's yeah. So guys, I'm gonna call it a date. Hopefully, I haven't seen any questions, so I guess you're covered. If not, please let me know right now before I call it a date. What else? Take care. It's expected to be a very, very volatile night. Fed is in 3.5 hours from now. Okay. And the press conference is in 4 hours from now. What else? By the way, oh my god, I completely forgot it. The reason why Canadian dollar is stronger against the US dollar is not only because of oil, but it's of course because of the fact that Bank of Canada cut interest rates, right? Cut with another 25 points just today, just an hour ago, less than an hour ago. Oh my, I completely forgot. I'm really, really sorry. Yeah, it should open. I mean, this cannot continue, but similar to the last presidency from Mr. Trump, as you know, it lasted 45 days last time. I don't remember, but I mean, it took a while. Who knows? We need to keep monitoring the news to see whether they are in an agreement. So I think last time that Mr. Trump was on president, it lasted 45 days. I'm sorry, I don't know. Let's wait and see. What else? Stocks up, gold sideways, but it was mostly up so far today, but the last hour has been sideways. And keep an eye on tech giants, okay? Yeah, so that's pretty much it from my side. Not sure whether I'm forgetting anything. I hope not. Thank you very much for attending. Take care and see you again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.